first career touchdown to you. Now your last here at Tennessee from Nico. How cool is that?
I mean, I think it's the California connection, but you know, I think it's just impressive how he went out there and took the start, and he stayed composed the whole time and managed the game. And I think it's kind of fitting to score all of his touchdowns with Sanu. It's kind of cool.
Just for you, what was it like getting this last game when you found out he was going to be the guy? What was your excitement level?
I just, me and Jacob went up to him and we went, we're the older guys, the receiving group and stuff. So if you really need somebody to go to, we'll be there for you. But he's so calm, cool, and collected. Sometimes you forget he's 18 years old, and the way he goes out there and handles himself, it's really impressive. And I think he's only going to keep getting better.
Having been around him for a year, you're kind of disappointed you don't get to play with him a little bit longer.
I know. I wish I could have been here a little bit earlier with him, but I think he's going to do great things. Like I still got those signed gloves from his first touchdown. Those are going to be hanging up for a while.
You get these signed too. What you got in mind for these?
I gave those away to a kid. I think somebody else would probably appreciate those a little bit more than me, but I'll keep the first pair for sure.
I know you and Jacob have both talked about how close you've been. What was it like just for you? I know we've been talking about leading up to it, but now playing your final game with him.
I mean, we were trying to keep pushing it off all week, talking about it after practice and stuff. And then yesterday, they're like, what do you guys have to say to the group? And I think he started talking, and he was tearing up a little bit. And then it came to me, and I was like, yeah, whatever he said. If I spoke, I was going to cry. And then after the game, we talked about how it's an amazing group of guys in that room, and just the way that we all love each other and that we're going to have lifelong bonds with each other. It's impeccable, and it makes the game way more fun with everybody supporting you.
Where's your game? You came here to kind of build on your kind of your draft prospects. Where have you seen your game get better?
I mean, obviously in the run blocking, I've gotten bigger in the technique. I mean, you got to give it to the Iowa defensive line; those guys are studs. But the way we ran the ball today kind of just showed that we had something to prove, and that we're a pretty good running offense.
Are you getting Nico to autograph this one too?
I gave those ones away, but my mom still got the other ones. She keeps them in the case in the house, so they'll be there for a while, I think.
You talked about the run game. You guys didn't have Jabari or Jalen, but Cam and Dylan went out there and performed. What do you think about how they played and the future of the backfield?
I mean, that just shows how many horses we had in the stable. I mean, we didn't blink an eye. We knew those guys were going to go out there and run hard, and I mean, Dylan Sampson's going to be something special every year, and Cam Selden runs hard and he's big, so. It was. We didn't change anything about our run game. We just kept doing our thing, and we knew those guys were going to show out.
You look at next year. You have Holden coming in from Notre Dame. You've been around him a little bit. He's kind of in the position you were in last year. You've been around Ethan Davis a lot. What do you see out of Ethan Davis?
I mean, I think he's just mentally evolved this entire year. He's kind of taken it to himself to learn the playbook and get better. And he's kind of gotten that mentality where he wants to be in there, run fits and blocking and working harder. And for Holden, I think he kind of asked me, he was like, so when did it actually click for you? And I was like, oh man, like towards the end of spring ball, like you're going to have to go through that frustrating phase where it's hard because it's tempo offense. And no matter how much you need on it, it's not until you do it in person live and like a scrimmage that you really get it.
Why do you think you and Nico have such a connection? You both have such strong passes have found you.
I don't know. He does we're in the same locker at home locker room, so. But he always likes to call me old and stuff, so he gets a good laugh out of that. But we're Cali boys. I think it's just natural connection, and the way he plays is similar to the way I like to play with quarterbacks, so it works out for me.
For you to close out your career here that way, how special was that?
I mean, it's huge. It's a full circle for me. My first college catch was in the Cheez-It Bowl with Cal, and to have my last college catch be a touchdown in the Citrus Cheez-It Bowl it's kind of a big deal. It's pretty cool.